How might the Israel-Hamas war influence India's economy? A question that's been on the minds of many, given the intricate web of global geopolitics and India's recent economic trajectory. India's economy has been a beacon of success in recent times, yet the escalating conflict in the Middle East raises concerns about the stability of prices and oil supply. As the world's third-largest oil consumer and importer, India's economic health is closely tied to oil prices. Despite a shift towards Russian oil following Ukraine's invasion in 2022, the Middle East still provides a significant portion of India's oil imports, 44% between April and September 2023, to be precise. Forecasts by the World Bank in October projected India's growth rate in fiscal year 2023 to 2024 at a robust 6.3%, albeit a slight dip from the previous 7.2%, citing intensifying global headwinds. Now, experts are worrying that the Israel-Hamas conflict could whip up fresh global gusts for the Indian economy. Higher oil prices could lead to increased import costs and a rise in prices for commodities and foodstuffs. While a recent World Bank report found that the broader economic impact of the Israel-Hamas war would be limited if the conflict doesn't widen, a rapid escalation could quickly darken the outlook for commodity prices. Despite the uncertainty, oil prices have risen approximately 6% since the conflict began. The International Energy Agency has warned that markets remain on tenterhooks as the crisis unfolds. The report also highlighted that the international community's focus will remain on the region's oil flows, given the tightly balanced oil markets. If the Middle East conflict were to escalate, policymakers in developing countries would need to manage a potential increase in headline inflation, including measures to ensure food security. In light of the risk of greater food insecurity, governments are advised to avoid trade restrictions such as export bans on food and fertilizers, as these often intensify price volatility and heighten food insecurity. For the upcoming financial year, the Reserve Bank of India has estimated crude prices at $85 a barrel and an exchange rate of 82.5 rupees against the US dollar. According to the bank's calculations, a 10% jump in oil prices could increase inflation by about 30 basis points and impact growth by about 15 basis points. Economist Arun Kumar suggests that the Indian oil supply could be in jeopardy if the Israel-Hamas war spreads. He warns that global tensions could lead to more supply bottlenecks, not just for crude. This could adversely impact the Indian economy with potential for declining exports, rising prices, and a weakening Indian rupee due to a worsening balance of payment situation and declining foreign exchange reserves. Thus, the Israel-Hamas war's potential impact on India's economy is not a simple calculation. It's a complex interplay of global politics, oil prices, and domestic economic factors. As the situation unfolds, it's clear that the world and India will be watching closely.